Alex coming at you. Wasn't feeling too well this morning, but I saw Alan Static Traveler posted a new thread here in the VC. This one based around whimsical elements, as he put it. So he's got 10 prompts, and here's my first one. The first one is show a record with some dream type themes. This is Matthew Young's Recurring Dreams. I think it's from 1981. Yep. I think it's a self-released thing. So yeah, sort of a whimsical. This is what's playing in the background. I think this track is called The Forest of Lilacs. I actually don't know much about Matthew Young. I have both of his records from the 80s. I did play a track in Fred's mix that I did that's more like pop oriented with vocals, but yeah, this one's all instrumental. He's got rolling synths, piano, guitars, log drums, voice, and tape recorders. So that gives you a little bit of the flavor of this. Again, yeah, this track in particular is kind of whimsical. But yeah, Matthew Young, Recurring Dreams. That's my first one. Next one, you want to show a record with sweets on the cover. And in fact, I was just thinking about how great the original Willy Wonka movie is, which, you know, of course features a lot of whimsical treats. So this is the second pressing of Cluster's masterpiece, Zookerzite, which I believe means like sugar time in German. Like a lot of these reissues on the Rock on Brain imprint, the covers are pretty awful. This one a little bit less awful, but of course they went with kind of an obvious interpretation of Zookerzite. But yeah, certainly qualifies there with all the sugary sweets laying on the ground. Fantastic record. Next, you want us to show a record with some kind of transport. Took me a little while to find something for this, but then I remembered this awful cover featuring this rocket. This is David Rosenboom's Future Travel. It's also from 1981. I'm gonna play a little bit of that too. So yeah, David Rosenboom, American artist. I think he was a viola player, violin player as well. And yeah, this is really fantastic experimental record. He mixes electronics also with some traditional instruments. He does play the violin, but he's got Tibetan cymbals, tambourines, the Syrian doumbek, karinas, mbiras, Ghanaian drums. So yeah, really fantastic mixture of electronics with different percussion and other traditional instruments. David Rosenboom, fantastic. Next, show a record with a sort of a fantasy world. So I've actually found a couple of this guy's records in the wild this year. Nick Pascal, or he goes by Nick Reykjavik sometimes. This is Zero Gravity. I think these are all self-released on this Narco Records imprint of his, and I'm pretty sure he does the art as well. And so here we got this sort of retro futuristic landscape here with flying saucers and interesting landscape, and then the back cover also has some pretty cool sketches of his as well. Yeah, really cool stuff. I like all of his records. I think this one's pretty good in particular. This is from 1975. I mean, somewhat influenced by Berlin School, but maybe a little bit more primitive in a way. Yeah, definitely check him out. I think a lot of his stuff has been reissued recently too. But yeah, really fantastic artwork. And yeah, I do run to him from time to time around here. Next, show a record with an outer space image. Not quite outer space, but I really love this cover. These are a reissue, or I guess maybe the first time it was issued on vinyl of Arvo Part, the Estonian minimal modern classical composer. And the work here is Für Alina, and there's Arvo. So he's from Estonia. Alan, you probably have some of his stuff in your collection, I'm sure. But yeah, just a beautiful chamber piece. In fact, maybe I'll play just a tad here. Piano, strings, primarily. Yeah, a lot of his music has been used in film. So that's yeah, Arvo Part. Oh, and so apparently this image comes from a 16th century manuscript called Komettenbuch. And then there's a text that came with in the manuscript that said, when this comet appeared, she demonstrated terminal power in rays and strength, so that it scared and amazed everybody. The men of the world shed the ancient laws and made new ones. They got naked of their status and costumes. So yeah, really excellent stuff. Arvo Part. Next, we have a record from a TV show. I didn't have anything specifically from a TV show that I could think of, but yeah, and I know I've shown this one before, but yeah, this is the soundtrack to Miyazaki's Spirited Away film. They finally issued a lot of these on vinyl in the last couple of years, or I think just last year. Yeah, my favorite of his movies, and you know, of course, his films are, you know, full of, you know, whimsical characters and transport. The guy is obsessed with you know, modes of transportation and, you know, flying objects and airplanes and flying machines and things like that. And yeah, the animation is beautiful, whimsical in a very different way, of course, than the British way with the Japanese sense of humor. But yeah, fantastic movie, fantastic soundtrack as well. Next, show a record with a cartoon on the cover. So I know I don't show a lot of dub, but I do have a little stack here in the collection. The Scientists meets the Space Invaders. Just an awesome cover here, very much harkening back to my own childhood, and, you know, the classic Atari game Space Invaders. You know, a lot of these records I could have shown for different prompts here, but yeah, I love the cartoon, and there's several in the series that have similar artwork. There's the classic. I love the arcade with the controls here, the sound controls. Fantastic record too. Label some. It's on the green sleeves label. Next, we have show a record related to childhood imagery. So this, I had to show at least one UK record, and this is a really interesting UK group out of the 80s and into the 90s, and I think they're still active. The group called Woo, and yeah, very interesting. I don't know where it came from, but it says it's got the title. The title here is "Whichever Way You're Going Wrong," and it has everybody kind of lecturing the little baby and showing him a different direction there. Back cover fantastic as well, though, and whimsical, I suppose, in an abstract way. Yeah, I did want to play a little bit of this too. It's yeah, much like the artwork, abstract and whimsical in a very specific British way. But yeah, I really love a lot of what they do. And then next we have show records with some sort of mythical type imagery. I think he mentioned nymphs specifically, and so I immediately thought of this fantastic record from Ralph Lundstein out of Norway. This is I'm not gonna pronounce the proper title, but the translation is Nordic Nature Symphony No. 1, The Neck. And so, yeah, all the pieces here, as the artwork would allude to, are based around different Nordic myths. There's tracks like Dance of Golden Wings to the Ring of Bellflowers, and The Bewitched Cave, King Odin, Spirit Hunting, Brook Horse Polka, the Wood Spirit Stands. So yeah, beautiful record. Electronics with also a lot of field recordings, nature sounds. Yeah, I've been looking to get into his stuff for quite a while, but can never find them in the US. They're not expensive in Europe, easy to find stuff, but yeah, finally decided to take a dive, and yeah, look forward to finding more of his records for sure. And then finally, a record dealing with death in some whimsical way, and again, another great dub record, which maybe I'll play a little snippet of here. And one I don't know a lot about Gussie P. This is Burial Dub. This is from like 1986. What label is this one? Is this the Digital label? But yeah, let's play a little bit of that, and then I'll show the artwork again. So yeah, fantastic artwork here with the MC kind of coming out of his grave with the sound system in the back, and going after the rich. So fantastic illustration here. It's Gussie P, Burial Dub. Yeah, fantastic one. And then I, as a bonus, said you could show something with a sort of a grotesque image. I just got this in. I haven't had a chance to spin it. There's a collaboration between Aaron Dillaway, who I talked about in my last video, and Lucretia Dalt. And this is Lucy and Aaron. And yeah, I love the artwork here. It's both whimsical and grotesque at the same time, I think. Look forward to spinning this one. Just came out this year. All right, well, that's it. I'll keep it short. Thanks, Alan, for doing this one. Really enjoyed it. I actually was thinking about doing some kind of a new thread here before the year's end, so this kind of gets me motivated to think about it and get it going. So yeah, take care, everyone.